Right, hello everyone, Ian here, how you doing today? I am not in centre, which is really annoying me at the minute. Yeah. How you doing today? Today I am, of course, going to be reacting to some chills. This is literally the beginning of the video. If I go back any further, it won't let me. So that's literally the beginning of the video. As you can see by the date, yes, he did upload it yesterday. Sorry, I've just had my dinner, so I'm a little bit weird at the minute. Right. So yeah, as you can see, he uploaded the video yesterday, but 20 hours ago. So 7. No. He uploaded the video around about 11ish o'clock. So of course I annoyingly. I just got rid of this advert before streaming. Oh crap.
Number 15.
No! Shut up, shut up, shut up. Not yet, not yet, not yet. But yeah, like I said, he uploaded it around about 11ish o'clock. So, of course, I couldn't react to it because of how late it was. And, yeah, I had school the next day, aka today. So yeah, now that I'm off school for 2 days, and then obviously out on school for a week, and then of course, you know, what do you call it? Off school for 2 weeks because of Christmas and maybe New Year's as well. Not too sure. But yeah, let's all react to it now.
Number 15. Bedroom Exorcism. If you think you can brave these 15 videos, then you're braver than most. Our first entry has been getting big attention in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community. It's a video of 2 people performing an exorcism on a girl who clearly looks unwell. There's 2 eggs on this plate. The priestess cracks one egg, and it appears perfectly normal, but after rubbing the other egg on the possessed girl's skin, it cracks open to a pure black sludge, which is an extremely creepy sign. But things get even more bizarre as the girl sits up with very dilated eyes and drinks the sludge, which causes her to shake and twitch, and the full video cannot be found on YouTube because it gets even more disturbing. I think only seeing this part of the ordeal is enough to terrify anyone who isn't brave. Number 14.
Bloody hell.
Hand on shoulder. You never know when you'll face passing on.
Hey! We've already seen this one before. I want to know if you guys can hear me.
Twitch, and the full video cannot be found on YouTube because it gets even more disturbing. I think only seeing this part of the ordeal is enough to terrify anyone who isn't brave. Number 14.
Bloody hell.
Hand on shoulder.
Let me turn the yeah, what I'll do is I'll turn my volume up a small bit more. I don't know how loud that is exactly now. Just by looking at the waveformat, that does look fairly loud. I barely turned it. I barely turned it. But if it's too loud, then let me know. If not, then turn your volume down or whatever. So I don't know.
When it's not yet time for you to go, a shopkeeper in Adana, Turkey, escaped after a man passing by touched his shoulder and warned him to look behind him, alerting the oblivious man to the fact that the cover of a passing truck's back end was open. The metal piece flung toward him, but he managed to move out of the way to avoid getting hurt, or much worse. It's unclear from the footage how the passing man...
Discord? Okay, hold on a minute. Who the hell's... Okay, it's Bradley. Hurry up, update, come on, where we are. I don't know if it's still calling or not. What the hell? It just stopped on its own. Brad?
I'm here.
Yeah, it's just stopped on its own. Like, before I even called you. What the hell? It just stopped on its own. Okay, it's just started again. That's really annoying, actually. I don't know why that just stopped on its own. Let me turn off my camera so you can see me, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw my previous live stream, but I did try out the new OBS, and I was getting really frustrated with it. No, honestly, I could not handle it. Don't bloody ask how I've managed to handle it in the past, though, because I have no clue. But what the hell? Never mind. So what do you want to do at the minute then?
Well, I can't play GTA on the PC because it's updating.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Xbox is having a moment.
What do you mean having a moment? It's a new one.
It's really.
Really what?
It's not a new one per se. It's second hand.
Yeah.
But it's second hand parts fitted in the old one. Just saying.
Oh, so
and it's not a new Xbox. It's just second hand parts. Let's just say it's freaking out. So it's turning itself on and off.
So you have wait. So you have the same Xbox that keeps messing up, and just with second-hand parts in it.
Yeah.
I thought you were getting a new one.
Christmas, yeah, the new one that's coming out. That's shaped like a cube.
Hold on, what? Send me an image.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
A cube.
Yeah. Send the picture.
That reminds me of one of the Game Boy Cube things.
Yeah, get a second. Home. Send me the picture.
I don't think it would be shaped like a cube.
No, honestly, this is the release photo of the Xbox.
Jesus Christ! I had a really bad problem then.
Yeah.
I drank some water and I had a lot of bad and I had a lot of trapped air in whilst swallowing, and it hurt really bad.
Oof.
Dude, stop saying that. That's really annoying.
Right, guess what?
You could have told me you sent it on Messenger.
Yeah, I can't send it on Discord because my phone Discord's not working.
Well, I thought you took a screenshot of it or something.
Nah, shared photo.
Yeah. That's not a cube. That's a flipping what do you call it? That's a flipping rectangle. I don't think it will look like that. I actually think it won't look like that.
No, it will.
Well, why have they gone from trying to make it as thin as possible to making it super thick? Like, I don't get that.
No, it's not. That's not thick. That's tall. You know how many? Guess how many Raspberry Pis are in?
What?
That's a Raspberry Pi Xbox right there.
Puh.
Guess how many Raspberry Pis are in there?
Yeah, how many?
18 Series 3.
Series 3? Well, why don't they put the 4th generation in there, the latest one?
They've got 3 in there because they've done some slight modifications to the 3. They made it a bit bigger and made it so it's got a graphics card that's on it as well.
But a hard drive is better and quicker than a Raspberry Pi, so why would they do that?
Right, no. And it's got a 6 terabyte hard drive.
But the Raspberry Pi will overheat, so why would they put 18 in there?
They won't overheat. Coolant cooled.
What called?
Coolant. So like liquid that runs around it, and you don't even need to replace it.
Hmm. Don't ask me, because I don't know.
It's really cool, and it's really fast as well. They've done a bench test. It turns on in 2 seconds.
I don't think it's real. I have to search this up. I just put Xbox 2020. Wait, what? No. The first thing that comes up is 2 videos of the Xbox thing that you just showed me.
Told ya.
Ah, but this is by different people though. This isn't actually by Microsoft. Hold on. Let me go on their official website. Hold on a minute.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Alright.
Just going to get another bottle of WKD.
Series X 4K trailer.
Be back.
Alright. Wait, what? What?
Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And that you could have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, fulfill all your wishes.
Bloody hell, that does look real.
But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control. And then you would get more and more adventurous. And you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now.
What? Holiday 2020. Alright, I'm bloody sorry, but what? Nah. Why would they make it look like that? That's such a stupid look. I mean, if I ever got that Xbox, how the hell would I fit it where I am now?
What? I was downstairs.
Yeah, but I'm just... what? That's a weird looking Xbox. Why would they make it look like that? I don't get that. Why have they wanted to go from... Ah, for God's sake, you couldn't... I forgot to turn my camera off on Discord to show my face on the... Shut up. Great YouTuber! Jesus. But I don't...
Hashtag 140 people unsubscribe.
Actually, oh what? So I have, what, how many people left?
No. 9?
Yeah, I've got like 152 people subscribed at the minute. Let me check. Yeah, 152.
So you have 12 left.
Oh God, I would immediately delete all my channel.
You literally just go, right, bye guys, this is the end of the Ian Harris. See you later.
Actually, I don't think I'd delete it because I've got rare videos on here and everything. Ah! I can't bloody stop. I can't stop hiccuping and doing a weird burp and all that. Oh, I need some help. Do you know how to work Ethernet cables?
Yes, I do.
Great, because what's going on is that I'm struggling to stream my Xbox to my PC because it keeps lagging and everything.
You
So what?
can't connect the Xbox through Ether cable to your PC.
Yes, you can, because it comes up on here saying unidentified network. So I don't know how to make it so it can be identified and connected to my wireless one. Do you know how to do that?
You can't. It's part of Windows 10. When Windows 11 comes out, it will be able to do that.
But I've seen... No, because loads of people can do it on their Windows 10 computer. You just need... you just have to set up the Ethernet thing, and I don't know how to work Ethernet. So... And I know that for a fact, because I tried it with my mum's old Ethernet cable, and it actually connected, and it worked. But the thing is, it won't let me sign into my Xbox because it says that I'm offline when I try and do it. And
I've got mine connected via HDMI.
What? How do you do that?
So I've got this adapter that I'm tricking my PC into thinking that it's projecting something out, but it's not. It's actually projecting the Xbox is projecting something into it to project it out onto the screen.
No, I'm not on about that. I'm trying to get...
No, but you can record through your PC. It actually thinks that you're playing Xbox, but you're not. You're actually playing on PC, recording your Xbox. Pretty cool.
Well, that's what I'd do anyway, using the Xbox app.
No, I don't use the Xbox app. I'm using the HDMI trick.
Surely there has to be another way. Surely.
Yeah, there is another way, but I don't know how to do it.
Well, what way is that?
It's Bluetooth.
I've got Bluetooth.
Yeah. It's really hard, though.
Well, if you can search it up, then that'd be great. Because I'm pretty sure it'd be easier than Ethernet.
Right. Here's another thing. I've now got 3 monitors.
Yeah.
I am projecting you. I'm not seeing you on my normal screen. You're on the glass of my PC.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, are you using a projector?
Yeah, a projector inside the PC.
Ah, let's have a look.
It's not. You can't see it on camera. It's the only problem. You have to see it in person.
Yeah.
But it is awesome. I've been playing Rocket League on it.
Huh.
It's fun. It's really, really fun. It's actually pretty cool.
Well, I'm one of them annoying people that I don't believe until I see it, so...
Oh, I'm going to have to arrange for you to come round one day.
What, you live in Northampton, me living in Daventry? Yeah. Like my mum would let me.
I have a mate that lives in Daventry as well.
Yeah.
Ball.
Yeah, but my mum won't let me go that far.
Well, I have to bring it to you then.
I guess. I don't know.
I know, I won't be able to go that far because I don't have a way to Daventry.
It's not that far. It's like 20 odd miles, but...
20 odd miles, dude! Right.
Yeah.
If I did 20 miles... Right, here's a trick question for you. If I did 20 miles an hour and I had 20 miles to go, how long will it take me?
Depending on if you're walking, taking a train, or...
No, in a car.
Oh.
20 miles an hour and you're travelling 20 miles. It's a trick question.
I actually...
The answer's in the name. The answer's in the name.
20 miles?
No. 1 hour. If you're going 20 miles an hour and you're going 20 miles, it would take you an hour.
No, it wouldn't, because it takes me...
20 miles per hour. Per hour. That's the answer. Right there. How do you trick people doing that? Your camera's glitching out, by the way.
Oh, I don't care. I don't know how to fix it.
It's
What?
literally
What?
just, it's like on, off, on, off, on, off.
That can't be right though, because my nan lives in Northampton and it takes 20 odd minutes to get there, and it takes around about 40-50 odd minutes to get to the beehive, so it can't be.
You know, it's crazy, right? Because you know what? It's a trick question. It tricks people.
I don't bloody know. I don't know.
So say if you're going 100 miles and you're going 100 miles an hour, how quick do you think you get there?
An hour?
Yeah.
That's a trick question as well.
Yeah.
Hmm. Why would anyone want to go that fast?
I've been that fast before.
Yeah, and that's the same amount of speed that killed one of my friends a few years ago. Well, he weren't really my friends. He was friends with my cousin, and I kind of knew who he was. I've spoken about him on the live stream before. He's called Daniel. Not Daniel Kent or Daniel... Oh wait, you wouldn't know the other Daniel. Daniel E.R... I'll have to look it up. I can't... I can never remember it. It's Daniel... something.
Yeah.
Here we go. Daniel E-Y-R-E. That's Daniel Aero or something like that. And you know what? I find really weird.
What's that?
Years after he died, somehow, and I don't know how, but someone keeps going on his messenger. How creepy is that?
Very.
The thing is, he died with his girlfriend, and nobody knew his email or password. Only he knew it. So,
Hackers can get that.
well, the weird thing is, nobody's been on it for well over a year now, so it can't be a hacker. So, remember, there are videos of people messaging people after death, blah blah blah, stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of stuff like that, that's exactly what I'm watching now. Top 15 videos only brave people can watch, and that's on top 15. So, that's the reason why I'm live streaming, because I was gonna live stream for like, I don't know, around about the same amount as the video, but and the videos, I can't stop hiccuping now. That's really annoying. And the video is about 19 odd minutes long, and I've been streaming for 18 minutes odd already. So, yeah. Oh, but forget it, why not? So what? There's literally nothing we can do at the minute then, right?
Literally nothing, because I can't even go on a few games. That's it.
You can't even go on what?
I can't even go on anything.
Bloody hell. How long does it take for GTA to update?
On my PC, 22 hours.
That's because of your internet, right?
No, it's
Or is
because
that-
the internet module on the PC.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's built inside the PC. It barely picks up the internet. Plus, I've got to go and update my computer in a bit.
Oh my god. How long's that gonna take?
2 hours.
Nah. Done at 10 o'clock, you're joking.
Yeah.
Move your PC somewhere else then. Like on top of your desk or something.
It is on top. It's above my desk, actually.
What?
Yeah.
Is-
Sure.
Well, if it's struggling, can't you get one of them little like USB sticks or like an use your Ethernet cable or whatever?
I don't have an Ethernet box in my house. I'm gonna show you on my phone real quick.
Well, yeah, a router or whatever it's
The
called.
router's downstairs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the same with mine. My router's downstairs, but my internet's perfect on this computer. So,
I'm looking at Messenger.
no, I've not got any. Oh, it's only just came up. Hold on. I don't know what I'm meant to be looking at the minute. Hold on. So there's your
So
mic.
there's my mic. The top left of the photo is the PC. The top right of the photo is the PC. Bottom left is the desk.
Hmm.
That's how high up my PC is.
We'll get a new internet module or something then. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna try and order a new one. This one. Old.
well, how old do you know?
No, they said it was brand new. It's not.
Wait, so it's not even old?
Not even old. No.
That's stupid.
Right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try and get everything to work, and I'll talk to you later.
Alright, just try and get a new internet module and everything.
I will do. Later.
Alright, see ya.
Bye.
I'm extremely annoyed that you guys couldn't see my reaction to the new Xbox. Like, I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should think if it. I don't know if I should think if it's real or not, because why would they make it look like that? Why would they go from making it like a flipping squashed looking thing to making it a massive cube? I mean, why can't they make it, you know, like the same size as an iPhone, or like, I don't know, something completely different? Why would they make it so tall? I don't understand. But whilst watching it, I was like, no, I don't believe that. Like, I'm really annoyed that you guys couldn't see my reaction. I am proper annoyed about that. So I hope I don't get copyrighted or anything for it, because, well, it was showing the entire video instead of having my face in the corner, as you guys already know. But yeah, you know what, for now, let's continue watching this, and yeah.
And even knows to warn him. He hadn't even turned around to look at the approaching truck before reaching out to the shopkeeper. Guardian Angel, your guess is as good as mine. Number 13.
Maybe this guy was working with this guy here, and they both knew about it. And the thing is, he probably changed his mind at the last second. Because they were probably going to assassinate him by knocking him out or whatever. And then he probably changed his mind at the last minute, being like, no, I can't do this. So he tapped him on the shoulder, and then, of course, the shopkeeper turned around and dodged, and, you know, all that.
You look at the approaching truck. Guess is as good as mine. Number 13. Poltergeist.
Is that in 1080p or 7? Why does it look so fuzzy, the number 13?
We've all been there. It's a stormy night. Every sound in the house is an evil entity vying for your soul. That must have been what this man was feeling when he saw this happen in his dining room on a stormy night. The clip shows a man enter his dining room, which appears completely normal. Every chair in place. He enters his laundry room, then casts the camera down the stairs. It appears that something must have happened to cause him to search his house. He says hello down the stairs. Is someone or something there? He decides to go into his basement to investigate. The wooden steps are incredibly rickety. As he's nearing the bottom, a terrifying racket is heard upstairs. He runs for his life, only to find his kitchen chairs precariously stacked up, balanced one on top of the other. The dining room light is swinging around. The shot is still, as the man crosses the room and stands frozen in fear at this ominous sight. The overhead light continues to swing, and nothing is there. There's something especially uneasy about the stacking of this man's furniture. Part of that uneasiness comes from the fact that no human could have done this particular building job in the short period of time that the man was away. Who do you think did it? Or what? Number 12. The Swarm. If insects aren't your thing, then this entry will highly test your bravery. This footage is of an insect swarm at the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. The uploader writes,
Oh, bloody hell.
we had parked the car and gone for a short walk up the cliffs. When we came back, we found that our car had become a hotspot for these giant wood lice, sea slaters. The clip shows piles upon piles of wood lice crawling around the car tires, an absolutely terrifying sea of insects, all coalescing beneath the vehicle. As the uploader says, probably attracted to its cozy comfiness. After seeing this, would you be brave enough to climb back in and leave? I thought not. Number 11. Dog in crisis. Everyone who owns a dog knows that they can sense things we humans don't. Posted by Redditor ChewyBone02, he writes, I think my dog had a crisis. And he isn't wrong. The video shows two dogs standing on a day sofa, looking out the window. The bigger one really starts to panic, its legs pushing the sofa so far from the window that he's stretched pretty impressively until he absolutely can't stretch anymore and pops down to the floor. Meanwhile, a number of orbs appear throughout the clip, drifting across the room. Is something outside spooking these dogs, or is it something paranormal inside? After all, those orbs certainly point towards the latter. If only these dogs could talk and let us know what the answer truly is. Number 10. Water warning. As we've said many times on this channel,
Oh my god.
nature can be a frightful thing. That statement is confirmed in this video posted by National Geographic in July of 2017. National Geographic describes what you're about to watch. Massive flooding has produced scenes of destruction and rescue in southern and central China. In one scene, a man is holding on for dear life to the side of a garage door as the waters rage around him. The water is flowing rapidly only about a foot from him as he hides in the somewhat calmer waters out of the path. The water surrounding him is up to his chest. In the clip, you can see a rescue unfold as a man stands atop a ledge with some rope length of fabric tied around his waist, while the man below holds on tight, being taken by the water's heavy flow. Somehow they manage to lift the man out of the waters, pulling him to safety. Truly a heroic save in a seemingly horrifying situation. Number 9. One of them moves. A doll with a creepy aura is chilling enough. So what happens when the doll actually moves? The G-Team Paranormal Investigators posted this video to YouTube in March of 2019, writing, after my recent video with Omar, I decided to take his haunted dolls home with me that night. I did not bring them inside my home. I left them in a shed out back. After watching back the video I did with Omar a few times, I decided to introduce his dolls to mine and turn the camera on. The video reveals an unsettling movement. As Patty, the host, is talking about the dolls, you can see one of the porcelain dolls' heads moves ever so slightly.
Because I don't want to keep her, but I'd like her to go to a good home. I mean, if there's somebody out there that's interested, I don't... Did that thing just move?
As if she's listening. Is she? If she is, does she like what she's hearing? She must not have gone full-on Chucky when the camera stopped rolling, so we can assume so. Number 8. Shadow people. If you've never come across a sadistic shadow, then you don't know true fear. Think you're brave enough to face it? Then keep watching. The footage shows an empty stairwell. A young woman appears at the top, descending to the hallway, when she abruptly turns back as a dark shadow enters the stairwell from the doorway below. The vague shadow then disappears into thin air, but then appears again, moving up the stairs. Solifidian in the comments has a theory about the shadow ghost's movements. He writes, hypothetically speaking, a ghost may not have any real physical limitations, so maybe movements are not going to align with how physical matter moves, but it appears it is absorbing all visible light frequencies, so it must be comprised of some kind of particles. What do you think? Is this particle-like shadow ghost something worth investigating? I certainly think it is. Number 7. Don't go in the closet. When you hear some unusual noise in your everyday life, do you ever stop to think, what in the world was that? Redditor Shadow Husky 1 did when he heard this strange sound coming from his parents' closet. Husky writes, just moved in, house built in the late 50s. When the boy walks into his parents' bedroom, you can see his reflection in the floor-length mirror. Somebody's here, he says. As some note in the comments, at the 90-second mark, a strange shadow crosses the camera. Actually, it looks more like a blur or a smudge than a shadow. He asks the thing to please make a noise, and unfortunately it responds.
Please make a noise.
As the boy is backing away from the door, you can hear what sounds like clothes hangers clang together. He then enters an adjacent bathroom connected to the closet. As he tries to flick the light a dozen times, a woman's voice can be heard for a moment. Who is it? What do they want? Is there a spirit haunting this closet? If so, what happened here? Shadow Husky doesn't stay long enough to find out. Can't blame him. Number 6. Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. It seems hospitals are incredibly haunted places. Posted to YouTube in September of 2019, HRJ Paranormal Adventures navigates this hospital. Situated at the foothills of the South Pittsburgh Mountain, the 68,000 square foot hospital was founded in 1959, but the haunting may date back to well before it was built. Unlike Penhurst, there are no reports of mistreatment at this hospital during its operation, but there were reports by hospital employees of paranormal activity, such as inanimate objects moving of their own accord, disembodied voices, and dark shadowy figures, including a 7-foot-tall man on the 3rd floor, who is believed to be a former surgeon who practiced at the facility. He's not the only one haunting the 3rd floor. A toddler spirit and an elderly woman have both been observed there. 2 other spirits, a janitor and a female spirit, known as the Naughty Nurse, haunt the basement. This has drawn many paranormal investigators to the hospital since it closed in 1998. HRJ Paranormal Adventures manages to capture a few paranormal entities in this video. One is a ghostly reflection that appears twice at 3 minutes 53 seconds, and then again at 3 minutes 58 seconds.
Yeah, I saw
Follow
that.
the crew on their hour-long investigation of this haunted place, and you might just capture a few more spirit sightings and disembodied voices. Number 5. Creepy Girl. Warning, don't enter a dark and disturbing abandoned house at night. Posted by Ka Records in
Do not.
2010, the team is exploring an abandoned house at night when they zoom in on a corner of the room. In that dark corner, behind various obstructions, appears a creepy girl doll. The disturbing sight causes them to race from the room. Wouldn't you? I don't think they had any other choice. Number 4.
Oh my
Penhurst
God.
Asylum. Asylums hold dark energy, and this one is no exception. This footage posted by the Paranormal Files navigates their visit to Penhurst Asylum. Patient number...
Oh yeah, I know this one because Ghost Adventures have came here and had a look.
Number 1 entered the asylum on November 23, 1908. It took only 4 years for the hospital to be overrun by residents, with pressure to include others. The patients weren't only there to be treated, they were there to contribute to industry, whether it be farming, making and repairing mattresses or shoes, cooking or sewing. There were a number of industries to which patients were assigned. Accused of ill treatment of patients, 9 employees of the institute were indicted in 1983, known as the Halderman case. This indictment ended in the institution's closure and the discharge or transference of 460 patients to other facilities. With all that in mind, it's crystal clear that evil things happened at this institution. These happenings resulted in a presence that would make your stomach turn. Many claim that the site is haunted. In fact, the Institute's administration building was partially renovated as the Penhurst Asylum Haunted House in 2010. Again, using the site as such an attraction has been controversial due to the injustice that occurred there. But opening the place to the public has allowed paranormal investigators to explore the hallowed grounds. If you're one who likes to fast forward to the scary parts, Jessie P in the comments has you covered, listing all the sightings or disembodied voices she caught in her viewing of the footage. Some of the catches are confirmed by others in the thread, particularly the hotspot at minute 46. Around 46 minutes 35 seconds, Jessie notes a male whisper saying go back.
I'm not sure.
At 46 minutes 50 seconds, the same male voice states, I'm a male.
Right next to this ear.
At 46 minutes 56 seconds, a female says, he is attacking you. Lots of other disembodied voices are caught by viewers watching the tour of the Institute. And at 1 hour, 5 minutes, 50 seconds, there appears a strange light anomaly as a light or figure seems to shift in the darkness of the hallway. If you're brave enough to watch the entirety of this video, let us know in the comments if you've spotted other anomalies or heard any additional disembodied voices. Number 3. Unknown force. Unknown forces are all around us. Will you be brave enough to fight when you encounter them? In this video, a man is standing in a dark alleyway when another man to his right appears. Figures also seem to be standing around him in the darkness, out of sight of the camera, as you can see vague flickers of movement. Suddenly, he's at the mercy of these figures, but the movement is not human, but like a hurricane force. He's thrown to the ground and the force disperses. Then the other full-figured man in the video grabs him, before heading back into the adjacent building. It's almost as if there's water on the ground. As the man tries to move, there's a ripple effect. Then he is dragged by his feet by the unknown force off camera. The rippling continues for a moment before going still, but the stillness is brief. When the other dude returns to the alleyway, looking upon the scene, he suddenly rushes back into the building as something huge is thrown in after him. It's not clear if it's a person, place, or thing. A moment later, a figure wearing a long black cape and a hat leaves the building. A window shatters beside it as the figure departs. What in the world is happening here? Any theories? I feel at a loss when coming up with a rational explanation for these happenings. Number 2. Haunted Graveyard. YouTuber Moxley's Crazy Adventures posted this haunted graveyard video in November of 2019 writing, welcome back to my first haunted graveyard. I went here to see what I could capture, if anything at all. What I did capture was insane. Alright, you reeled us in. Let's just hope you
I keep getting really bad. I keep getting really bad pulling pain in my stomach. Like every time I breathe in, it feels like I'm pulling something inside my stomach, and it hurts, but not that much. But to the point where it's making me be like, ooh, like moaning a small bit.
deliver. And Moxley does deliver. He captures a dark shadow-like figure gliding across the backdrop of a lit brick wall. He shouts out to it, but it doesn't respond.
Oh God.
What the hell is that? Hello?
He later hears heavy footsteps nearby. They're clearly heard in the leaves around him. In the comments, YouTuber Spooky Spectre notes that this thing wasn't moving like a human being, nor did the brush move as it passed by. It also didn't respond when being called out to, or make noise or footsteps. Do you agree with Spooky Spectre? Did this freak you out? If not, then...
What happened was that, sorry, the reason why I paused it was because I was going to make my camera wider. I was going to make it look bigger, but then I looked at the timestamp here and being like, oh, there's no point.
You're one brave cookie, Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope
If this didn't make you scared, you're one brave cookie. Yeah, I think that's more terrifying than all these videos combined so far.
you're enjoying my names.
And it's not even that
It's a-
scary as profile
enough to hit-
picture.
Notified of the new video we upload every Tuesday. Number 1, mall incident, reality.
Hold on a minute. It's Friday today, and he uploaded the video yesterday on Thursday, not Tuesday.
Is often way scarier than the supernatural. Posted to Reddit by Creeper Crisis, he writes, horrifying footage of something that happens daily here in London. The gruesome
London?
video shows a blade brandished at an area mall. Chaos unfolds as shoppers realize what's going on. The blade wielder manages to flee the scene. The victims are also seen jogging through the shopping center. One clip shows security guards beside one of the men. The second man is then seen approaching and falls to the ground. Certainly terrifying to watch. I couldn't imagine how terrifying it must have been to witness it in real life. Thanks for checking out.
Why, you idiot? Why, you stupid man? Flipping stabbing someone. How ridiculous. Looking at a squirrel. I like that. Sounds like a ghost clapping. Oh my god. I laughed way harder than I should have written that. Thank you very much. Oh wow. That's about right. Yes, for the past 3 years! Lol, plus all the music videos he has made recently. True, very true. I'm not. Stop asking. That's my reaction. LLL. New sub. Lol. Lot chills. Everyone's video. Yeah. For the past 3 years there are newcomers. That's why. That's true. Yeah. People today as well have been subscribing to it and all that, so yeah. Easter eggs in games. Wait, Animal Crossing? I play that nearly every day.
Below. Number 15.
Hold on a minute. The thumbnail showed Animal Crossing New Leaf. I've got the game on my DS behind me. Still running right now, actually. No.
Leave your suggestions in the comments below. Number 15. The Game Boy camera. Back in 1998, you could buy this bulky accessory that plugged into the Game Boy cartridge port and took extremely low-res pictures. Since it was technically a Game Boy title, it came loaded with a few games as well. All were pretty silly except for the one RPG-like fighting game which gave you a few options. One being a run command just like in Pokemon. Well, if you press this button over and over again, soon you would see horrifying edited pictures of
Something, why are you running from...
along with a message saying, "Who are you running from?"
Oh.
Number 14. The original Xbox dashboard. If you
Oh yeah, the sound from the weird creepy sounds coming from the original Xbox. I know this one before I even start it!
Left your Xbox on at the dashboard for a very long time, you will start to hear very weird sounds, and they just start playing completely at random. That was the worst part, because since they were so random, if you heard them and tried to tell your friends, no one would believe you. Here's a clip of the sounds we're talking about. Other accounts of this Easter egg are people hearing doors opening and people walking down hallways. All of this would be terrifying to wake up to because most people only heard these noises by leaving their Xbox and TV on all night.
Yeah.
Number 13, Pokemon X and Y. If you go to Lumino City,
I think I might have Pokemon X or Y. I know I've got Black and White, and I know I've got Gold and something. And I know I've got a Gold edition, but I don't play them anymore because I'm not really a fan of Pokemon anymore. It's been years since I played it, so...
and visit one specific building, you can encounter the only real ghost in the Pokeverse. By going to the second floor, you will see a cutscene where a girl suddenly appears behind you. Your character will just stand there frozen in fear as she says, "No, you're not the one," and disappears. Now, if you go to the fourth floor, you will see an identical girl, which is very common because the game regularly reuses its artwork. But if you talk to her, she tells you to be quiet because she can't hear the elevator. Also, if you go to the train station in the same city, you can find a secret message that reads, "I'm going for help. Wait in the usual place." If you press A behind the arrival departure board. Number 12, Super Mario Galaxy 2. If you go to the Shiverburn Galaxy, you can immediately tell that something is different. The worlds are harder as you're faced with lava pits and black holes. However, something else is different as well. You can experience the feeling of being watched. This feeling is completely justified because if you look up at the cliffs that surround you, strange silhouettes with swollen arms and huge eyes are looking down at you. Further investigating into the level's code gives the creatures the name Hell Valley Skytree. Number 11, Animal
This is
Crossing.
it, yeah.
This is a cute game until you forget to save your game. The next time you play, you'll encounter a character called Rossetti, who gets very angry that you made this mistake. Now
The problem is, I play the game on my DS, and I don't have that problem, and I've never heard of that Rossetti guy.
all over your village you will see statues called gyroids. You can now use these weird statues.
This is in the original one that was released in 2001. He's just showing the more modern version that was released in 2012.
To save your game. These gyroids aren't made up either. They're ancient Japanese burial statues that were said to contain the souls of the deceased. Number 10, Black and White. In this PC game, you were a god who had complete control over your civilization. You could either help or destroy the population. Villagers would die regardless, and each time it happened, you would hear a dark voice whisper death. What's even worse is that if you had a common name, you could occasionally hear your name being whispered in the same voice, just like this. Number 9, Payday the Heist. In the No Mercy mission.
I feel like the camera's really low. Just give me a minute. I don't know why. Yeah, the camera's a little really low. Hold on a minute, let me just... Trying to get myself comfortable. You can hear me moving my chair and everything. That's alright.
You get into an all-out firefight with the police. The power starts to flicker in the hospital as you fight for survival. If that wasn't creepy enough, you can start to hear strange crying coming from a room. Peeking through the small glass after a second power cut will reveal a witch from Left 4 Dead. Number 8. Runner 2, Future Legend of Rhythm Alien. In this fast-paced indie game, one level has a very scary figure in the background. Slenderman can be seen for only a few seconds at a time as he watches
What?
you. He lingers just out of sight, so you can only see him out of the corner of your eye. He follows you through the level too, knowing that he's getting closer and closer to his latest victim. Number 7, Hitman. In the third installment of this series, there is a mission called Traditions of the Trade, which takes place in a hotel. Picking the lock off an off-limits room will reveal a bloody murder scene covered in police tape. What's even worse is that if you look in the bathroom mirror, you will see the spirit of the victim. Number 6, Batman Arkham City. By climbing up one of the cranes that overlook the Gotham docks and soar down onto the ship below you, you can find a secret room. Use the cryptographic sequencer to gain access into the boat. This secret room belongs to Scarecrow, and entering will shift you into first-person view. At the back of the room, there is a figure that is only illuminated by a blue glow. If you get closer, it looks like the figure is dead.
But it's not.
Number 5, Sonic Speed. By using the following cheat, down, 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 left, right, you can bring up the sound test menu. Once there, enter the same cheat for the following music to play. It's not clear what the text reads, but the music is truly nightmarish. Number 4, Psychonauts. In the level Mila's Dance Party, you can enter the mind of the character Mila. It's pretty fun until you discover the hidden room of her subconsciousness. The room is filled with burning figures yelling, "Why didn't you save us, Mila?" Later you discover what had happened in a scrapbook. It turns out she used to work at an orphanage that burned down. All the kids died, and now they haunt her in her mind. Number 3, Fable 2. You can find a winter lodge that looks like a normal cabin until you go inside. Skeletons and torture devices are all throughout the cabin, and a chest sits in an upstairs room with a sword in it, and that's it. There's nothing else in the area. There's never any explanation for the massacre in the game. Number 2, Gears of War Judgment. You can use frag grenades in the library.
Is it?
level
Come on,
to
GTA
uncover
has to be
paintings,
on
and
here,
by
right?
shooting the pieces
If
of
not
paper that
Minecraft.
accompany them, the paintings will change. Bullet holes will appear in the paintings, with fresh blood running down their faces. If you do this to all of the paintings in the level and return to the original painting, there is now a circle of blue flames. A figure will appear
What?
and disappear. And if you shoot the paint...
Hold on a minute, did my camera just turn off and then turn back on? I thought I just saw the blue light on my camera turn off for a second and then turn it back on. And then it turn itself back on. What the hell?
You will be teleported to a secret room where you can either kill or be killed by the figure. Number 1,
GTA!
By visiting the...
At 11 PM in GTA, there's a ghost. I already know this one because I've done it multiple times. Yes, mate!
tallest mountain in the game and go to the edge at precisely 23 o'clock and zoom in with a sniper rifle, you will see the ghost of a girl who just floats there. If you get too close, she'll disappear.
Yeah.
If you go to exactly where she was, you will see that she was floating over blood on the rocks that reads Jock. Upon further investigation into the in-game internet, you can find out that a young couple were walking along the mountain edge and the woman tragically fell off.
I don't know the story of this actually. A young husband was made a widow yesterday in an incident at the cliffs. Jock Cranley, and at the time he was aged 26 years old. Wow. Jolene Cranley Evans, 22. Both okay. Oh no, I think I said 22. No, he was 26 when she died. Okay, we're walking cliffs, overlooking E1. Apparently, what happened is that from watching 0 .4 live, if you guys don't know who he is, I'm gonna get another page up just so that way I don't lose the video. If you don't, like I said, if you guys don't know who he is, this is him here. This is his channel here, 0 .4 live. And from what he said, from his evidence, he said that apparently Jock Cranley actually pushed his wife off the cliff, and that's why she haunts the mountain, and that's why it says Jock underneath it, written in blood. I don't know. I really don't know.
Off the edge. Jock might refer to Jock Cranley, who is a politician in the game. Got an idea for a top 15 into the in-game internet? You can find out that a young couple were walking along the mountain edge and the woman tragically fell off the edge. Jock.
Tragically, apparently he pushed her off. So, yeah. Right, what next? Top 15 scariest jump scares in video games. Okay, right.
Number 15. Thief Through the Keyhole. In the reboot of the Thief series.
Is this computer lagging? I need to sort out this computer for a sec. Hold on, guys, because my mouse keeps lagging really bad. If I put it on high and then stop streaming and then start streaming again. Alright, so I'll be right back, guys. What is that actually? Like, I legitimately don't know. Right. Just by looking at the recording, oh, now it's going bad. Okay, hold on a minute, guys. I will do that again. And then put it on main, probably. Is that struggling at all? Not by the looks of it. So far, no. Okay.
You once again play the role of Garrett as you slink around the Moira Asylum, which was originally a treatment facility for the insane and other mentally ill. In search of riches, you come across another locked door, which you investigate through the keyhole before entering, when you are met with the sudden appearance of a ghostly-looking woman telling you that you shouldn't be there. There's not much backstory to the spooky spirit, but she's pretty terrifying. Number 14. Resident Evil 4 Lake Monster. Delago, Spanish for from the lake, was a massive plaga-infected amphibian that lived in a lake near a Spanish village. In the popular survival horror Resident Evil 4, as the player, when walking through the outskirts of...
To be honest, this game looked like it was made from Metal Gear Solid. On the Nintendo DS, 3DS.
The village, you start approaching a lake, in which you briefly see fish swimming in a group. What many people would tell first-time players is that you shoot the fish to obtain certain items. After shooting at the water for a few seconds, Delago shoots out of the water, devours the character, and scares the shit out of you. When this game was ported to PS3 and Xbox 360, the jump scare would award the player with an achievement, ironically
saying do not shoot the water.
Number 13. BioShock.
I'm gonna get scared at
Boys
some
of
point,
Silence.
I'll tell you now, guys.
The Boys of Silence are young men fitted with sense-enhancing helmets and are forced to act as watchmen. They are referred to as Elizabeth's children. They are in fact young men brainwashed from childhood and forced into total subservience. Thanks to Elizabeth's intervention, they also have limited control over tears, allowing them to partially control the lunatics of Comstock House and teleport out of existence after raising the alarm or being attacked. Booker DeWitt encounters them in Columbia during the course of Bioshock Infinite. Once he reaches an alternative Comstock House, the Boys of Silence do not actually engage in combat. Their primary purpose is to keep watch over the facility, and the similarly brainwashed men in George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and Thomas Jefferson masks, known as the Lunatics. Rather than fighting Booker directly, Boys of Silence summon the men to fight for them. If Booker enters a Boy of Silence's line of sight, it will stand still and focus on him. If he stays for too long, gets close to the boy, or attacks it, the Boy of Silence will let out a piercing scream and will teleport away. The most famous jump scare from the Boys of Silence occurs in the warden's office just after unlocking the gate to reach Elizabeth in the torture chamber. Once the switch to deactivate the lock is pulled, the player turns around and finds themselves face to face with a Boy of Silence, who immediately
I got scared a little bit then.
Completely caught off guard. Number 12. Batman Arkham City, Scarecrow's Victims. Arkham City is entirely filled with criminals, which are either inmates or political prisoners, and is also filled with Batman's most popular enemies such as Penguin, the Joker, and more. Needless to say, it's a very dangerous place to be. The best jump scare of the game was given by a character that was absent for the entirety of it. The scare happens when the player finds a lone cargo ship, which holds crates of roaches and other fear-implementing ingredients. It becomes clear that the ship belongs to Scarecrow, another of Batman's well-known enemies. After entering the ship, the game suddenly enters into first-person view. The interior of is dimly lit by flickering lights, and towards the end of the ship you see an enemy thug sitting down with his head hanging. As a natural instinct, you approach the thug to try to understand what has happened to him. While the camera zooms in closer, he awakens quickly, gasps in horror, screams in agony, and convulses at the same time. All of this happens within a few short seconds. Then he returns to his original state, leaving only the racing heart of the player. Number 11. Dead Space. Necromorphs playing dead. During the survival horror, you play the part of an engineer named Isaac Clarke. The game is set on a mining ship in space after Earth goes into near extinction. After a distress signal is sent out, you board the ship to find most of the crew has turned into necromorphs, which are an alien parasite that can reanimate a dead body and mutate it in horrific ways. One of the features of the necromorphs is playing dead. While playing dead, they basically lay perfectly still on the ground. As you pass by, they suddenly pop back to life and scare the shit out of you. For unprepared players, this may seem like a quick death, but more than likely you'll be left on low health limping away until you find another one to finish the job, or at least give you another near heart attack. Number 10. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies, Mob of the Dead, Mob of the Dead, also known as Alcatraz Island and Sunset Strip.
Alcatraz, oh god.
Zombies map. It's included in the second Call of Duty Black Ops 2 downloadable contact pack, Uprising. The Easter egg known as Jump Scare occurs on the roof where the plane is assembled. The player is required to have a sniper rifle, such as the Baird M82A1 or the DSR-50, and they must proceed to the far end.
Hold on a minute, guys. Yeah, so if I lean like that, you can still see me instead of half my face being cut off. Yeah, okay.
End of the roof, to the left of the runway. If the player scopes in on the firework display in the distance, a distorted picture of what appears to be Russman's face will flash up on the screen for a split second, accompanied by a high-pitched scream. Jump scares would later become a common feature in the Zombies map, later appearing in the map Origins, but this one left an impression on players who just wanted to watch some fireworks. Number 9. Internal Darkness, Bathroom Bloodbath Scene. Sanity effects are special features in the game set in place, with the sole purpose of messing with the player's sanity and making the game even more frightening. While playing as the character Alex, when you reach the second floor of the Roy Vass mansion and look into the bathtub, the camera makes a swift zoom inward as you come face to face with Alex's body in a tub full of blood, followed by a scream. Triggering this event does not alter your sanity meter, but acts as a sanity effect regardless. In a game riddled with eerie events designed to make your character go insane, this one stuck with players and made their palms sweat even more while traversing the dark corridors of the mansion. Number 8.
So, you play as a dead
Origins,
person
Body
then.
Walker. While playing the part of an agent that works for a forensics team, you venture off to investigate an abandoned school in search of serial killers. When you come across a closed locker, after opening the locker you discover a body inside. As anyone would, you whip out your phone and take a photo of the body. Your colleague, Rosa Angel, tells you that you need to take a photo closer to the body's face to confirm its identity. Once you zoom in on the body, he awakens and grabs your arm, which creates an unexpected shock to the player and character. On the bright side, he has great information for you to aid in solving the case. However, nothing can remove the chills that you receive from the scare. Number 7. Outlast, Hanging Body. Due to a tip from a whistleblower, reporter Miles Upshur enters into a psychiatric hospital owned by a corporation to see what corruptions are occurring. Once he enters, he is horrified to see mutilated corpses of the staff. However, the most frightening scare occurs when he enters a darkened room and has to rely on his night vision camera. The first thing he sees when he peers through the camera is a hanging body and the remains of a SWAT team that was sent in to investigate the asylums themselves. A SWAT officer that was impaled tells you that you need to escape the horrors of the asylum. It proves to be easier said than done though. While this game is filled with many jump scares, this is the first one and it sets the mood for the terrifying story. Number 6. Five Nights at Freddy's. Golden
I
Freddy.
know this
In the
one.
first game, Five Nights at Freddy's, Golden Freddy is one of the 5 antagonists and a special animatronic. Golden Freddy appears as a golden yellow character variation of Freddy Fazbear with missing eyes, who appears in the office after a certain sequence of events are triggered. A few wires/parts of the endoskeleton are visible, which share the same correlation as his accessories. His jaw hangs open, and his head is tilted to the right. He is also presented in a sitting slouched version as if he was dead. While checking Cam 2B, the player will see a poster on the wall. It can switch between 3 different versions: a normal picture of Freddy, a distorted picture in which he appears to rip off his own head, or a close-up of Golden Freddy's face. While this picture of him is being viewed, a young girl's laugh can be heard. If the player sees the Golden Freddy poster and switches back to the office, Golden Freddy will be waiting for them. His appearance causes different images to flash on the screen for split seconds, along with the words, "It's me." Golden Freddy will wait idly for a few seconds before killing the player, forcibly closing the game. Unlike all of the other animatronics in the game, Golden Freddy does not give any indication of approach or arrival within the office. He completely disregards the doors, appearing...
And if you don't know, the only way to get rid of him is if you see him again, quickly flick the camera up and then flick it back down and he'll be gone.
Whether they are open or closed. Unlike the other animatronics, the screen will be covered by a static image of Golden Freddy's face upon attack, akin to the images that flash during Michael Smith's hallucinations. The moment the player sees him, the player must bring up the monitor before Golden Freddy kills the players.
And then
Doing so will cause
put
him
it back
to
down,
disappear, thus preventing death in a game crash. Number 5. Mortal Kombat 9. The Crypt Monster. The Crypt was added in the 2002 release of Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. It is where you use the coins you collect as you play in order to purchase items such as concept art, videos, and even hidden fatalities and new characters. It returns in Mortal Kombat 9 with a completely new look.
You are
Unlike
here.
earlier games, this crypt is now broken up into 4 sections. There are not only graves, but torture devices that, when unlocked, activate and kill the victim. In one section, there are floating dead bodies that explode for different reasons, such as vultures picking at the enlarged stomach. In this game, at random times during one's visit to the crypt, a creature that most refer to as the Crypt Monster pops up on screen, screaming at the victim before disappearing again. This jump scare happens within about a second or 2, and is meant to parody inner flash pranks that are intended to scare the viewer. Number 4. Resident Evil Zombie Dog. In a zombie-infected mansion, during the team's attempt at survival, Jill Valentine is walking through a hallway when a zombie dog crashes through a window. Zombie dogs refer to domesticated canines infected with the T virus through its secondary method, the ingestion of infected food or living things. They contain much of their dog-like features, with an increase in aggression and agility. After the dog crashes into the hallway and startles the player, they must react quickly in order to avoid a deadly attack. This scene was great proof that there is no such thing as quiet moments in video games. Number 3. Fear, Alma and Ladders. Alma Wade is the key figure and main antagonist of the Fear series. Alma is seen repeatedly in Fear, often only out of the corner of the point man's eye, standing in shadows or darting quickly out of sight. Her appearances are almost always accompanied by scenes of extreme violence. This rapidly becomes extremely unnerving.
Cool guys, don't look at explosions.
Or indistinct words whispered as
Wow.
though in the point man's ear. Alma appears most often as a young girl, but inside the Origin Factory, she is shown as an adult woman. The most popular jump scare rendered by Alma is when Point Man is climbing up a ladder and Alma appears through the window directly above him and reaches towards him aggressively. The fact that she comes out of literally nowhere, looks like the typical nightmare-inducing ghost girl, and lets out a horrible scream is enough to cause the player to jump. Number 2. Fatal Frame series, Broken Neck. Broken Neck is a hostile female spirit in Fatal Frame. Like many other ghosts that appeared in the game, not much is known about her, other than that she was not a member of the Himuro family, but a visitor to the mansion. Perhaps unusually, she was aware of the rituals being performed in the mansion. On the day of the ritual, Broken Neck was visiting the mansion as a guest. It is not known whether she was one of the people that witnessed the failure of the ritual at Hell's Gate or not, though it is likely that she was on the second floor at the time of the ritual, as that is where she was before she died. She leapt to her death from the Moon Observatory. Why she committed suicide is still unknown, though many suspect that she had seen Himuro family master on his killing spree and got scared, choosing to take her own life rather than let him murder her. Broken Neck, like many of the ghosts in this game, gives many jump scares. For example, on the first night, after Miko comes out of the doll room, this ghost comes falling down from the second floor, then attacks Miko. She's randomly encountered throughout the night, appears popping in front of camera out of nowhere and surprising Miko. She's randomly encountered throughout the nights, popping in front of the camera out of nowhere and surprising Miko, since she laughs her sinister laugh after doing so. Number 1. PT Silent Hills, Lisa Jump Scare. The PT, or playable trainer, for Hideo Kojima and Guillermo
Hold
del
on a
Toro's new
minute.
installment in the
I
Silent
remember
Hill
this
franchise,
game.
features a terrified and tormented
Bit
ghost
like a
named
really
Lisa.
weird
In
version.
PT, the player seems stuck in an endless loop of a creepy-ass hallway that only seems to get worse. Lisa pops up at random moments throughout the game, which makes each playthrough more unexpected than the last. However, the most shocking jump scares is when Lisa appears out of
Bloody
thin
hell.
air to deliver a breathtaking shock and send players back to the starting room. There have been rumored ways to avoid this scare, but where's the fun in that? Got an idea for a top 15 list? Be sure to leave it in the comment.
I knew I shouldn't have watched that. Right, I'm gonna end it here. Ooh, top 15 banned video games. Bloody hell. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna watch that, and I'm gonna calm down and watch something more happy. Wait, what?
An idea for a top 15 list? Be sure to leave it in the comment.
I knew I shouldn't have watched that. Right, I'm gonna end it here. Ooh,
I'm really
top
loud.
15 banned video games. Bloody hell. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna watch that, and I'm gonna calm down and watch something more happy. Why is it coming up with that message when everything seems to be running perfectly fine at the minute? Does it have to be on high and then... I don't... That is not 60 FPS. Stop bloody saying it is when it clearly isn't. Just to see if it's working or not. That, oh, for God's sake, it's not. I'm gonna keep trying different bits, guys. Hold on. You working now? Are you okay now, Mal? Is it 60 FPS? Or is it a bunch of crap again? Why? Ideal. And then you, maybe? Okay, so it has to be main and then high, right? Surely. Oh, forget it. You know what, guys? I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I hope I'm not too loud still. I'm still fairly loud, but that's okay for now because I am going to sort it out after the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to hit the bell icon so you guys get notified on when I upload or live stream. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!